Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So I'm here today with a video for a cherry on top, and I'm going to be using the brand new Becky Fleck sketch that was released as a challenge over at a cherry on top today. So be sure to check that sketch out because it's going to be super fun. I'm going to be using the Maggie Holmes Marigold collection. I'm going to start by going through all of my products and kind of getting an idea of how I want to interpret the sketch with my products. First thing I'm going to do is trim these photos down. So these photos are a little bit of like an action shot. When we left I'm still doing fall photos, by the way. The end of fall isn't until December 20th. There will be fall layouts right up until December 20th. When we left the pumpkin patch fall festival thing that we went to, my oldest son, Morgan, tossed his little brother over his shoulder and carried him to the van. And my sister snapped a photo of it because it was super funny. And so I want to use those photos. And of course, Logan was laughing his head off. Like, it was fun. So I have those two photos and I trimmed them down to match the sketch. I'm going to end up following the sketch pretty closely, just with a couple really small kind of tweaks to it. The photos I'm using for the two 2x2 photos is actually one photo. It's a photo of It's a photo of a landscape with all of the beautiful fall leaves that I took on the way. I don't know if I took it on the way there or the way home. But anyway, so I decided I'd pair those with these photos of us leaving. I'm going to use that striped paper as my background. I loved the colors. I thought it would work really, really well. I'm going to use that mustardy gold paper for the middle part of the layout. And then I'm also going to use this 6x8 kind of diagonal stripe paper, and I'm going to use that for a couple different areas. So I'm going to cut a couple of strips here. I think I cut 4 to border that mustardy colored paper at the top and bottom. And then I'm also going to go ahead and use this paper to mat my two small photos. I kind of decided I really wanted them to have a nice mat on them. And so that's one of the ways I'm tweaking the sketch. So I have that middle piece of paper kind of centered onto my background paper. And doesn't that look so cool? I love how this turned out. This layout turned out really, really nice. I'm going to use those little strips that I cut off from the 6x8 paper pad, and I'm going to just tuck them in behind the orange paper to create a border. I don't mind that there's a seam because when I go ahead and add the pictures where they go on the sketch, I actually am going to cover that seam up completely. You can't even see the seam or anything, even the littlest bit. So that's where my photos are going to go. I'm just deciding which one I want on the top, which one I want on the bottom, depending on how, where my husband was looking, where I thought it would work the best. So I'm going to go ahead and get these two photos done. I'm not matting them. I don't need to. We have all this pattern going on, so I felt like they worked really well without a mat, just against that nice mustardy yellow paper. And now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to mat those two small square photos with the diagonal stripe. Now I'm going to go ahead and kind of decide where I want these square photos to go, and then I'm going to set them aside. My reason for setting them aside is because I want to get this cluster where the title and where the journaling and everything is going to be. I want to get it organized and on my page first, and that way if the photos kind of overlap it a little bit, that's okay because I'm going to put them up on foam tape. But I want to get... I don't want to put the photos down and then have to kind of lift them up to try to tuck stuff underneath. So I'm going to do this part first. I'm going to use this die cut. So this is part of the die cut pack. It's one of the larger pieces. And this particular sketch is going to work really well for using some of those larger pieces. In fact, I'm going to use 3. So I'm going to use this notebook edged paper. I'm going to use the tag, and then I'm also going to use this little cut apart piece. This is from one of the cut apart sheets, and it's a great place to put journaling. You know, if I do journaling, I need a spot for it. I very, very rarely can handle free range journaling on a layout. I need a dedicated journaling spot for it. And so that's what this little cluster is going to provide me with. So once I have those 3 pieces down, now I feel like, okay, I kind of know how these square photos are going to fit. The next thing I want to do is I want to kind of go through these die cuts. So I went through the die cut pack and I pulled out some of the more fall colored or fall feeling type of leaves. And I did grab the butterfly, but that butterfly is so fall colored. Like she's like brown. So I knew it would work. I want to get these elements kind of organized, decide which ones I'm going to use. I always work big to small. I do that with all of my layouts. I always start with the larger elements and then move to the smaller elements. That includes with big items like the strips of paper. It includes just everything. I always work big to small. That's just how I do things. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of decide where I want these leaf clusters to be. Now, the sketch only shows the 2 here. So the one at the top of the photo and then the one in the side, like the journaling area. I'm going to add a 3rd one because as I was putting these all together, as I go ahead and kind of go through my layout process, I feel like there is an empty spot. You'll see that I really would need something there. So I'm going to go ahead and add a 3rd one. I'm going to get all of these kind of glued down. For the vellum leaves, I'm using just my regular tape runner, but I'm just putting them at the bottom because of the adhesive at the bottom and letting the top be kind of free floating or not adhered. And that works out just fine. My butterfly here is going to get some foam tape and a little bit of dimensional adhesive to kind of pop up. And now I'm going to go ahead and get my title and journaling done. So my title is going to be So Long Farewell. And then I'm going to add my journaling right below the title. These little cardstock letter stickers are found in the Maggie Holmes Marigold sticker book. So just an FYI, tomorrow is 80/20 day with my friend Natalie, and I am going to be showing you a fabulous design idea for using oodles, just tons of clear stickers. So if sticker books aren't your jam, if you accidentally bought some that have clear stickers and you don't know what to do with them, if you have planner stickers, be sure to check out that series tomorrow for a really fun design idea using clear stickers. So now I'm getting these square photos down. I'm going to pop them up with some foam tape to give them some dimension. And you can see I did all my journaling. This is one of those layouts where I had a story to tell. So we have lots of journaling. I know that that's a huge, scrapbookers, like a lot of scrapbookers really enjoy their journaling. And I will say this again and again and again. If I have a story to tell, if I have journaling to tell, I tell it. But if I don't have a story to tell, I'm not going to rack my brain or force it. So I'm going to get these 2 photos onto my page, and then you'll kind of see where I need that 3rd embellishment cluster. I'm going to grab this 6x12 sticker sheet and just add a couple little bits and bobs to some of these clusters. Just thinking about what I feel like this is missing, what I feel like this particular layout is missing. I decide on nothing else. I think I'm reading everything. I think that's what I'm doing. I was like, what fits size-wise and what is going to work? And what I end up doing is I end up going through this sticker book again. So this sticker book does have clear stickers, but it also has cardstock stickers. Some you'll see me kind of checking them to see, because it's hard to, you kind of have to like look. And I'm going to use these phrase stickers. These are cardstock stickers. I really like the idea of a sticker book that includes both, that isn't all clear stickers, that has some cardstock stickers in there. I think that is something that was kind of unique about this collection, and I hope it is something that comes back again. I hope that they decide to do that with some more sticker books for different lines in the future, because I would be more inclined to buy more sticker books if they weren't all clear. Also, an aside on product, because this is a collection that's fairly new, so if you haven't purchased it yet, just so you know, the 6x12 cardstock stickers are not cardstock. They're like thin paper. They are not the nice heavyweight cardstock that you are used to with a Crate Paper or American Crafts 6x12 sticker sheet. They are on the thin side. I mean, that doesn't bother me in the least. They're not clear. But just so you know, be careful when you pull them off of the sticker sheet, because they are thinner than what you are probably used to. I decided my little brown butterfly needed a bee friend, so I added a bee there. And then here's where I decide, okay, we need something down here. I have this little like gappy area between the square photos and my rectangle photos. I think, I don't know if it's on the sketch or not that there's like this gappy area there. It could be because I matted my square photos and maybe that pulled everything down a little bit. But I decided that we needed a little something in that gap right there. So I am going to just add 2 stickers, keep it super simple. I took that little like black and white label sticker, and I'm going to add some pop dots to this butterfly, and I'm going to go ahead and use those. Oh, was that a die cut? Maybe it was a die cut. Maybe it wasn't a sticker. I don't remember. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and add the pop dots, pop this up, and it is going to finish this layout. If you have not grabbed any of this Marigold collection, I think it's beautiful. I think it's a great addition to a Maggie Holmes stash, because once I'm finished with my Cherry on Top projects, I'm gonna mix this all in with some of my Maggie Holmes Monday kit, and we're just gonna keep creating with it. So I hope that you all have had a fabulous, fabulous day and are having a great week. And I will talk to you all again tomorrow. Make sure to stop by and see my technique for clear stickers. Bye!